Hello everyone, it's Neha Patil, Assistant Professor from Department of Pharmacognosy, KLE College of Pharmacy, Belgavi. Today I am discussing the topic that is extraction and isolation techniques in herbal drug research. Content, introduction, steps involved in herbal research, extraction, that extraction contains, definition, selection of extraction method, factors affecting the extraction, and solvent selection. Let's start with the introduction. Living organism consists of complex mixture of chemicals held within the cellular structure. The initial step involved separating them from cellular structural material. The separating process can be referred to as extraction. Second one, steps involved in the herbal research. To carry phytochemical screening, the following points must be fulfilled. That is, first one, selection of promising plant materials, proper collection of the selected plants, authentication of plant material, drying of plant materials, grinding of the plant material, garbling of the dried plants, packing, storage and preservation, extraction and fractionation of the constituents, method of separation and purification, methods of identification of isolated compounds by using UV, IR, MAS, NMR. The schematic representation for the scheme is selection of a herb with possible pharmacological activity, collection of the herb, authentication and processing, then extraction. After the extraction, the extract should be subjected for its preliminary phytochemical investigation, pharmacological activity, isolation of required phytoconstituents, purification and structural elucidation, pharmacological activity of the phytoconstituents, then clinical studies. Third one is extraction. Extraction is the separation of medicinally active portion of the plants or animal tissue through the use of selective solvents and suitable methods. Extracts can be defined as preparation of crude drugs which contain all the constituents which are soluble in the solvent used in the preparation of extract. Plant constituents are usually present inside the cells. Therefore, the solvent used for extraction must diffuse into the cell to dissolve the desired components, whereupon the solution must pass the cell wall in the opposite direction and mix with the surrounding liquid. An equilibrium is established between the solute inside the cells and the solvent surrounding the fragmented plant tissues. The speed with which this equilibrium is established depends on temperature, pH, particle size, movement of the solvent. Next, selection of the extraction method. The method should be specific, published procedure can be adopted, appropriate modification can be made, general methods applicable to chemical groups like alkalides, saponins can be adopted, process must be mimicked as closely as possible, successive extraction method will be adopted using wide range of solvents of different polarity. Factors affecting the extraction, properties of compound to be extracted, that is polarity, pH, thermostability. Then second one is properties of solvent to be used, volatility, flammability and boiling point, toxicity, reactivity and cost. General extraction methods, there are 5 methods. First one, solvent extraction, in that maceration, percolation, infusion, decoction, digestion, continuous hot extraction technique, that is Soxhlet extraction process, steam distillation, supercritical fluid extraction, advanced phytonics, miscellaneous, in miscellaneous, enfleurage, expression, sublimation, pervaporation, microwave treatment. So let's start with one by one. The first one is solvent extraction. As the name indicates, solvent extraction means here the extraction process includes using various solvents for the removal of the phytoconstituents. First one is maceration. In this process, powdered plant material is soaked in specific solvent at room temperature for a specified period of time in a closed container. Extraction stops when the equilibrium is attained between solvent and the plant material. The extraction may be repeated with fresh solvent till the material gets exhausted. Then is percolation. Percolation concerns the movement of and filtering of fluids through porous material. The material to be extracted is packed in a column with the tap at the bottom and an intermediate filter. Extraction solvent poured at the top and allowed to pass through the material. The particle size of the material influence the efficiency of the extraction. Infusion. Plant material is allowed to soak in a solvent for a specified period of time, followed by filtration. Preheated solvents can be used in this technique. And infusion is very similar to decoction, but it is used with herbs that are more volatile or dissolve readily in water, or their active ingredients are easily soluble in oil. Next is decoction. Decoction is a method of extraction by boiling of dissolved chemicals or herbal or plant material, which may include stems, roots, bark and rhizomes. A decoction involves first mashing and then boiling it in water to extract oils, volatile organic compounds and other chemical substances. Next is digestion method. In this, extraction is facilitated by addition of certain chemicals such as acids, alkalis or enzymes. Next is continuous hot extraction technique, that is Soxhlet. Soxhlet extraction is used widely in the extraction of plant metabolites because of its convenience. The plant powder is placed in a cellulose thimble in an extraction chamber, which is placed on top of collecting flask beneath a reflux condenser. So this is how the Soxhlet extraction takes place. A suitable solvent is added to a flask and the setup is heated under reflux. When a certain level of condensed solvent has accumulated in the thimble, it is siphoned into the flask beneath. Extraction cannot be performed with 70% alcohol in Soxhlet apparatus. Alcohol forms an azeotropic mixture only at 95.6% volume with water, which boils at 78.1 degrees centigrade. Actual temperature cannot be measured in Soxhlet apparatus. The solution boils at much more temperature than the pure solvent. Second is steam distillation. Steam distillation is a process commonly applied to the extraction of plant essential oils. The plant, which is dried or fresh, is covered with water in a flask connected to a condenser. Upon heating, the vapors, a mixture of essential oil and water, condenses and the distillate, that is separated into immiscible layers, is collected in a graduated tube connected to the condenser. The aqueous phase is recirculated into the flask while the volatile oil is collected separately. This is the steam distillation unit. Next is supercritical fluid extraction. So what it means? What is a supercritical fluid? For every substance, there is a critical temperature and pressure above which no applied pressure can force the substance into its liquid phase. If the temperature and pressure of the substance are both higher than the critical temperature and critical pressure for that substance, the substance is defined as supercritical fluid. Thermodynamical properties of supercritical fluids. At the critical point, the density of the gas and liquid phase is the same. There is no distinction between the phases. Supercritical fluids are highly compressible with densities that are liquid-like and transport properties that are gas-like. The range of densities of the most common supercritical fluids is from 0.1 to 0.9 gram per ml under normal working pressure, that is 75 to 450 bar. Supercritical fluid is characterized by physical and thermal properties that are between those of pure liquid and gas. Fourth one, advanced phytonics. Advanced phytonics uses non-flammable solvents called phytozoles at low temperature to extract selective compounds from pharmaceutical, specially chemical and botanical preparations. Phytozoles are nothing more than non-chlorinated fluorohydrocarbons, and environmentally these are refrigerant gases. This process has major advantage over organic solvent since it is non-flammable, non-toxic, non-corrosive, odorless, inert and highly selective. The last is miscellaneous, in that enfleurage method. It is a process that uses odorless fats that are solid at room temperature to capture the fragrant compounds excreted by plants. The process can be cold enfleurage or hot enfleurage. Let's start with the cold enfleurage. A large framed plates of glasses called a chassis is smeared with a layer of animal fat, usually from pork or beef, and allowed to set. Botanical matter, usually petals or whole flowers, is then placed on the fat and its scent is allowed to diffuse into the fat over the course of 1 to 3 days. The process is then repeated by replacing this scent botanical with fresh ones until the fat has reached a desired degree of fragrance saturation. Procedure was developed in southern France in the 19th century. It is a very old method. Next is hot enfleurage method, where solid fats are heated and botanical matter is stirred into the fat. Spent botanicals are repeatedly strained from the fat and replaced with fresh material until the fat is saturated with fragrance. This method is considered the oldest known procedure for preserving plant fragrances, substances or perfumes. Next is expression. This method is used to obtain the fixed oils from the plant. Here pressure is applied to the material to disrupt the cellular structure. Fixed oils flows out of the material, usually used for industrial production of vegetable oils. Sometimes here a heat may be applied to remove the volatile oils for good result, quality of the oil. Then sublimation. It is the transition of substance from the solid phase to the gas phase without passing through an intermediate liquid phase. Sublimation is an endothermic phase transition that occurs at temperatures and pressures below a substance triple point in its phase diagram. Typically, a solid is placed in a sublimation apparatus and heated under vacuum. Under this reduced pressure, the solid volatilizes and condenses as a purified compound on cold surface, leaving a non-volatile residue of impurities behind. Once heating ceases and the vacuum is removed, the purified compound may be collected from the cooling surface. Caffeine of high purity can be obtained by this method in laboratory. Pervaporation. It involves the separation of two or more components across a membrane by differing rates of diffusion through a thin polymer and an evaporating phase change comparable to a simple flash step. A concentrate and vapor pressure gradient is used to allow one component to preferentially permeate across the membrane. Pervaporation has emerged as good choice for separation heat sensitive products. Next is microwave treatment. During the extraction process, the plant material is treated with microwave irradiation, which would enhance the recovery of certain secondary metabolites. The heating of water in the material results in generation of steam, which results in opening of the matrix and improved porosity. Thank you.